Hello to all. Welcome back to Office Optimism with me, Sharala. This is the place where we find joy, light, and a little laughter in this thing called life. Listen, I'm not sure about you, but lately everything, and I mean everything, feels like a lot. The news, the noise, the notifications. I caught myself arguing with my GPS last week, like full-on conversation. You knew that wasn't the fastest route, Google. And that's when I knew I needed to woosah. Today, we're talking about emotional overload. That feeling when your brain says no, but life keeps saying more. We're going to unpack how to recharge without completely checking out. And of course, we'll end with a little art of the woosah. So get comfy, unclench your jaw, and let's breathe through this one together. Let's dive into the weight that we are carrying. You ever feel like your emotional gas tank is running on fumes, but people still keep pulling up for a ride? Whew. We are collectively tired. According to the American Psychological Association's 2025 report, nearly 70% of adults say that they feel emotionally drained at least once a week, and that number keeps rising. Between social media doom scrolling, endless responsibilities, and the pressure to stay okay through it all, we're maxed out. And yet we keep pushing because stopping feels wrong. But here's the truth. Pushing through isn't always progress. Sometimes it's avoidance in disguise. You're not broken. You're just human. Even your emotions have a battery life. Now, let's talk about rest versus escape. It's the difference between recharging and checking out. When we're overloaded, our first instinct is to escape. Netflix, snacks, doom scrolling, or my personal favorite, starting a new hobby at 11 p.m. because clearly crafting will solve everything. Escaping gives temporary relief, but it doesn't refill your tank. It's like drinking salt water. It looks refreshing, but it leaves you thirstier than before. Recharging, though, restores energy. It doesn't have to be big. In fact, small micro moments of care can be powerful. Here are a few that are backed by science. Move your body. A 10-minute walk can boost endorphins and shift your mood. Ground yourself. Taking 3 slow, deep breaths lowers cortisol, your stress hormone. And laughter. Add it. Humor activates your brain reward center, literally changing your body's chemistry for the better. So maybe today, skip perfection and just pick one tiny recharge moment, even if it's just smiling at your reflection and saying, "Girl, you're doing your best." Now, let's get into the art of the woosah. One of my favorite words in the English language is woosah. Popularized in pop culture, thank you Bad Boys 2, woosah became that universal moment of calm, the audible sigh before you do something that you'll regret. But I've learned it's much more than that. It's an act of surrender, that deep, audible exhale that says, I can't control everything, but I can control how I show up. Wherever you are right now, take a second with me. Inhale, hold, exhale, and woosah. See, it's that simple, but it works. Woosah doesn't erase the chaos. It just reminds you not to become it. Now let's move into recharge as resistance. In a world that glorifies burnout, choosing to rest is radical. You don't owe constant access to anyone, not your job, not social media, and not even your own expectations. Rest isn't quitting. Rest is strategy. You are not lazy for needing rest. You are wise for recognizing it. So this week, I want you to refill your cup on purpose, with joy, with laughter, with quiet, and with a little woosah. We have now made it to the joyful point. You know that we have to bring it home with some joy, because even in heavy seasons, joy is still available. Here's a practical exercise that I call the 60-second reset. It is my go-to when I'm feeling overloaded but don't have the time for a full recharge. Here's how it works. 1, stop what you're doing. Just pause. 2, take a slow inhale in for 4 counts. Hold it for 4 and exhale for 6. 3, ask yourself one question. What's the one thing I can appreciate in this exact moment? It could be your breath, your coffee, or the fact that you simply made it through today. That moment of gratitude, even if it's small, resets your emotional rhythm. It's a mini joy charge right when you need it most. So whenever life feels heavy, remember you can always come back to your breath, your gratitude, and your woosah. Now we've made it to the Office Optimism focal point. The world may be loud, but your peace, that's your power. And if you ever forget how to find it, just take a breath and say it with me. Woosah. If today's episode helped you to exhale, share it with someone who might need their own moment of calm. And hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling me your favorite way to recharge. You can also follow along on Facebook and Instagram at Office Optimism for more weekly doses of light and laughter. As always, thank you for spending your time and breath with me. Until next time, keep breathing, keep choosing joy, and keep shining, one woosah at a time. Bye-bye.